What is the most important thing to start a business or even be successful in corporate career? People could say you have to know what the technical part of you are doing, or marketing and other thing. From my experience, most important thing is understanding the business side of it, which is finance, accounting, and economical impact of your product. From early stage, when I grew up in a remote village in Sri Lanka, we had a small shop there. After my father passed away very early, me and my brother, along with my mother, we ran the business for about 7 years. During that time, I learned a lot of economical lessons, running through various part of the economical principles, as well as how to manage deal with the people in successfully. I carried those of the learnings through my college life, where I got minor in economics, and then I applied those principles. In today's article, I'm going to talk about five main principles I learned, which I applied throughout my life to be successful. The first principle is supply, demand, and market equilibrium. If you look at it, there are enough product in the market, or you create the product to bring it to the market, you need to bring enough of them. On the other hand, there are demand. Is there enough demand to buy those product or not? When they balance, it becomes market equilibrium. Most of the time, when you create business or startup, you want to make sure there are a lot of demand for your product. That way you can increase the price and get better profit or margin out of it. For example, during the wartime, in our shop, we had to buy product and sell it to our local people. Even though we were able to bring in the product and the product is needed by the local people, we couldn't raise the price because the customers didn't have much money to do that. So you need to find out what is your customer base, as well as if there are enough demand where you can make profit or not. At the same time, you want to make sure you build the product such a way you don't bring it to the market, overcrowd the market. That's the first principle. The second principle is game theory and its application. You might have heard about game theory. It is where there are two players or multiple players trying to make a decision. Each person's decision will impact other person positively or negatively. So you need to make sure you understand it. Mainly, if you look at the stock market, you will see everybody bids to buy some stock, and everybody started bidding and the price started going up, and then somebody buys that one, and then suddenly the demand goes out and the price goes down. So this is one of the things I learned during my bachelor's degree undergraduate education at University of Minnesota, where we played this game where we try to look at each of the people's psychology and how to play this market. This is very important part of it, because you look at this game theory, and that way you will start learning about how market is adjusted, as well as sometime market is manipulated. And it's understanding the game theory will help you price your product right, as well as make good profit. The next principle is micro and macro economics impact on your company as well as your life. What is macroeconomy is the individual people making decision for themselves and how to manage. The macro economy is the group of people as a country or as a community, when they make a decision, how it impacts overall economy. So it is important to understand, when you look at your individual, when you are hiring people, when you are adding people to the team, you need to understand how that each individual salary and their expenditures impact your economy. On the other hand, when you look at the macroeconomy side of it, you will see people buying product in groups, and then the demand increases, and you need to make sure that collectively it is profitable part of it. So understanding the microeconomic as well as macroeconomic impact at individual level, at the company level, will help you define what products to make, where the market is going, as well as how you want to do the marketing to people, target the marketing to people to buy this product. So the next item is opportunity cost. This is a very interesting aspect of economic. What is the opportunity cost is you are making some decision to do something. By doing that, you are choosing not to do something else. So by not doing that, you're going to lose something. But by choosing something to do something, you may gain something else. So for example, when I had an opportunity to go to a startup at that time, it's called Broadcom, I chose not to go because I had a immediate income of $15,000 versus over time, after 3 years working for them, I could have made $3 to $5 million. So that's an opportunity cost lost. But I don't regret that, because if you look at it in the other side of it, after that motivated me to go and found startups to build that one. I did that one. So you need to evaluate this opportunity cost by staying or by choosing to go there, whether you're going to make more money or you're going to learn more, and you apply that one to make more money in the future. And the fifth and final one is a little bit different. It's more of a governmental or the mechanical part of it, the company structures. When you start your own company, you can start as a casual company, or you do a LLC, the limited liability corporation, or you go and make corporations which you can hire a lot of people, you can raise money, as well as you can have stockholders. So you need to understand which one of them is the right choice for you. By choosing that right configuration from early, you will be able to attract investors as well as attract customers. Because if you're just running a business by yourself, people may not trust you are going to stay long enough. And then if you have LLC corporation, they are good enough that protects against you from being sued for some malpractice. But on the other hand, that cannot scale. On the other side, the S Corp or C Corp can bring in a lot of investors and all that will have some board of directors that needs you need to bring in outside people for that. So you need to look at it and understand which one is the right choice for that. Understanding this one early will make your life easier when you are forming your company. Having these 5 principles in your mind from the beginning, and by learning this one from a young age, you will be able to successfully navigate through the business and economical part of the company. I was lucky enough to be able to experience this one at very young age at my family through my learning from my father, my brothers, and my mother, and then carrying through that through my college life, where I took enough economic classes. And then when I went to work for it, I was one of the person my manager chose to go and work with me on budgeting, as well as making a decision on pricing and various aspects of it, because I had this background. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, these are some of the fundamental financial and economical learnings I think you should do. So please go and learn from. There are enough videos on Khan Academy and YouTube, as well as read about this, and that way you are very comfortable with negotiating when you start your own company. Thank you.